The sun sets deep red on yet another battlefield. The din of the Aserai camp, whinnying horses and roughhousing soldiers, drowns out the songbirds serenading the day farewell. A gentle wind sends the fragrance of the nearby apple orchards towards the castle, but death spreads its putrescent stench in all directions, blanketing the field in gory perfume. Young men of the Empire greet the dirt, the price for fulfilling their duty, and in the darkening of their final day, now rest in grim repose. These are the wares of the Aserai merchants. Forgotten, it seems, are the days where the caravans brought the exotic, the lavish, and the beautiful to the cities of Calradia. In these times, the lords of Aserai deal only in death. Partia strolls slowly amongst the strewn rubble and shattered bodies, regarding his handiwork. Hassan Falk is avenged, and the debt has been repaid manyfold. Yet why does he remain afield, continuing to fight? He recalls a time when he would ride into a city at the head of a trade delegation rather than an army, welcomed as a friend and not a conqueror. Yet he cannot deny the truth. His holdings and his power have not been built on commerce. His renown rests on a foundation of broken walls and spilt blood. He is now more warlord than merchant noble. How came he to this, he wonders. He thinks often of returning to his old life, but his heart drives him on to conquest and battle. Has his heart always yearned for this? Does duty or vanity drive him? His love for his people and family are true, but if he must do what he thinks he must, if the Sultan condemns his kingdom to decadency and self-destruction, then the road ahead shall be filled with far more slaughter. It will not be a war between his people and foreign forces. It will be civil war. This time, he will have to barter Aserai lives for his ambition. In the fading twilight, the gallant captains of the Al-Eat gather round their general. Triumphant and proud, they earnestly await their next command, for the army shall follow their emir to either glory or death. With solemn purpose, Partia speaks. Hey everybody, it's Party Elite. Welcome you back to another chapter in the adventures of Partia Al-Eat in Bannerlord. Our hero finds himself upon a crossroads in all senses of the word. Ahead of him, Sestadim Castle has fallen, much to the glory of the Aserai, the Sultan, Partia himself, and the 400 soldiers that march alongside him. To one side, Thorios Castle flies the flag of the Southern Empire, taunting Partia, close to home, ever a threat. Meanwhile, the city of Lycaron, nestled within the mountains, flies that same flag, and beckons Partia as well. To the south, the far south, however, lies potentially the true threat to the Aserai, while up north is destiny. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bannerlord. This is the beginning of hopefully great things. It is time to truly and earnestly begin laying the foundations for what lies ahead. Thorios Castle is evidently under siege already, no doubt by the Khuzait is my assumption. They have ventured very far and they continue to pose a serious threat to Partia's holdings. The Valandians pose a similar threat, though of course we're not at war just yet. It is something that Partia has to always keep in mind. But perhaps the ultimate threat again is the Sultan himself, and beyond that, time. We must go up to Epicrotia and Maranath. We must pursue this dragon banner. Maybe one of these two can convince us ultimately and finally which way Partia must go. So today, I think that's what we're going to chase after. Now, Thorios Castle would have been my target heading north anyway. We'd be able to, take the castle. One last, glory for the Aserai, I suppose, but it's already under siege, so we can skip past that. We'll head north past the bridge towards Epicrotia first, accomplish what needs accomplishing there, and then Maranath next, accomplish what needs accomplishing there, and then head down south home. Yes, yet another delay in seeing our beloved wife and our son, who doesn't even know us. And while partly it's in character, it's also partly meta. In character, Partia doesn't want to return a broken man with, just ramblings about how the Sultan is a madman. No. He wants to return home with a plan. Right? I think that's necessary. From a meta perspective, I want your name suggestions for my baby boy. His name currently is Nathun, but we can rename him. That's why I haven't gotten rid of this notification. And I got some suggestions previously, but I want to get it out there again so that everyone has an opportunity to, if they want, give some name suggestions. I had a plan for a daughter, but we have a son. So I don't really have a plan yet. I've seen some great suggestions already, but keep them coming, folks. Leave a comment down below. On which note, as we start making our way towards Epicrotia, I just want to mention, as always, well, rather, first we should stop at Cessadine Castle and allow people to make their, troop deposits and maybe drop some prisoners off. Maybe just a little bit of influence expense over here. But as I do that, folks, I just want to mention, as always, if you've been enjoying the series and you would like to see it continue, please do not hesitate to let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below, folks. It doesn't matter if it's a long comment, a short comment. I love reading them. I actively read every comment. And on top of that, looking at likes and comments is a quick read for me to understand what people are interested in watching more or less of on the channel. So do keep them coming. It makes such a big difference in just how I do things. We got a lot of prisoners. We can actually recruit a bunch of them. There's quite a few that we're not able to recruit. So let's go ahead and dump some of them off here, because there's no point. Let's just gain whatever influence we can. Not that it's going to make a big difference there either, but might as well, right? And it'll also marginally speed us up. So sure, these guys, you go into the dungeons over here in this castle. I don't think that even helped our influence, honestly. Let's go ahead and leave. And I'm not going to donate troops to the garrison. Now, some of you were questioning the logic of still warring with the Southern Empire. On the one hand, helping the Aserai grow stronger is certainly going to... Well, I'm cutting myself at the knees by doing that, I suppose. Leaving a weakened Southern Empire just leaves a vacuum for somebody else to fill. And in fact, I was asked for a quick overview of the world state. So the Western Empire over here still has a couple of holdings, also severely weakened. I would not be surprised if they don't last much longer. The Aserai will swallow their southern section over here. I suspect Batania or Valandia even could take Lagetta and Rote. And we've, of course, got the Khuzait who are making their way over, as is, I guess, historically representative. But yeah, so this is an interesting situation. The Southern Empire is not going to last much longer. I'm fine leaving a weakened vacuum here rather than losing more troops. I will, in fact, I think, release the entire army once I get out of this dangerous part over here where there is evidently an army. Once I'm able to ensure that it's not a threat to me, I will disband the army. Those that wish to fight alongside the Sultan can in this war, but I'm going to march separately. Dula and Valdin will hopefully go around and improve relations with others as well. But yeah, the reason for fighting this war and continuing that fight was because I was hoping to install my friends into more positions of power and gain more gain more relations with them. If we take a very quick look right now... Oh, we have to pick the owner. Sure, let's go ahead and do that. Who are you? A new addition, it seems. I'm... Sure, you know what? Let's go ahead and give the slightest assistance. Wow, makes no difference. I'm not going to dump that much influence. We're going to give the slightest assistance over here. Sarandon and I don't get along. Saratis and I don't really get along. They're not Aserai either. They're not truly Aserai either, I guess. Neither is Nikasor, I think. But we'll speak in his favor, if only to improve our standing among, everybody, so to speak. So let's go ahead and assist him in what I think is his first claim here. So sure. And it'll help our charm as well, which is great. Yeah, it's hurting our relations a little bit, but not the end of the world. What was I getting at? Right, so the clans. So, of course, I myself am happy with myself. Banu Saran over here, Adram kind of likes us. Aerith, okay, we don't even need to look at that. Thamza really doesn't care for us. We should try and improve relations with him. Saratis, not a good thing to look at. Talas, again, not a big difference. Ayalis, we should focus on him a bit more. Like, what I really need to do is, again, lay the foundations over here to ensure that these guys who have their relations with me in the 40s or so, to try and push that up to the hundreds. From my understanding, the higher the relations number is, the cheaper it is to convince someone to join you. And even if they don't bring their fiefs with them, just to have more numbers that you can push out with, especially higher tier clans and whatnot, just to have more numbers is super helpful, right? So we'll want to do that, and when we finally flip the switch on trying to protect the Aserai people rather than some god king, we want to make sure we're in a proper position. So that was the thinking over there. But of course, you know, as things evolve, we have to change our approach a little bit. I would also very much like to, we've been to the castle, right? So let's go ahead and make our way north. I would also like to have Valdim and Dula go around trying to improve relations with people, so I can get better troops. I can have, you know, easier access perhaps to converting some of these people to our cause down the line. So we will be setting them loose as well, and hopefully they'll recruit decent troops. I know it hurts to give them high tier troops, but because they'll probably just throw them to their dooms. But I think it's necessary. We have enough high tier troops of our own. I think it's fine. What's the deal here? Oh, look at that. The Western Empire is making some moves too. Yeah, the Southern Empire is not going to last very long at all. Now, before I actually head north, just want to check one thing really quickly. Sorry, I meant to go to the encyclopedia. The Encyclopedia. I assume that's why its shortcut is N. Leothold, where are you? Seniopa. Are we not close to that? And Bothero Senala. Ooh. Seniopa. It's up over here. You know what? If we're heading north anyway... see, I wish I'd checked that before. Fine. Let's make our way up this way. And then from there up to Epicrotia. We'll make a huge purchasing run, and then we'll make our way south. Let's go ahead and disband the army. We don't need it to follow us anymore. Valdim and Dula, again, they can go loose and do what they need to do. But disband the army. You know what, actually... No, not yet. Not yet, because I want to check. I believe I'm able to actually distribute more troops around. Yeah, because I've got how many prisoners? Oh my god, so many prisoners want to join us. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. So, veteran archer, imperial crossbowmen, mercenary swordsmen, sure, imperial trained archers, yep. I'm just taking everybody on, and then I'll distribute as I need to. I'll explain as I do it. Again, folks, I'm trying to get better at that whole doing, as opposed to just talking about doing and then doing. So I apologize. Oh my god, this is so frustrating. I understand why the user interface moves like that, but it's just extremely annoying to get used to. There we go. Get stuff. There we go. Wow, that's a lot of soldiers. That's a lot of soldiers. Look at that. Amazing. And we are well over our limit now, of course. We're at 157. 157 is 25 over our limit, right? Yeah. Cool. So we're done here. Yep, over our limit, we're done. Let's go ahead and speak to Valdim first. Talk to party leader, give him some of the troops, and then give Dula some of the troops as well. And I would like to get Arwa out on the field as well. She's going to be extremely valuable on the field. It's a catch-22, really, isn't it? The problem with these guys is that they will take on lower-tier troops and let higher-tier troops disband, which is really frustrating. So, okay, let's go ahead and pull your Mamluk regulars. Let's go ahead and pull your Mamluk Palace Guard and veteran infantry and your Imperial Legionaries. Cool. Let's go ahead and give you Imperial Recruits, Imperial Archers, Militia Spearmen. Hopefully they'll be able to trade them up. The Jawal Camel Rider. As much as I like to have a camel crew in my party, I think it's wiser to not have a lonely individual like that. Yeah, if we're going out on our own, we definitely need to make sure we have a well-rounded force, because otherwise we're going to be in trouble. We're going to be in serious trouble. We've got some good, like, high-tier, just overall high-tier units. What are we at? 135. So let's go ahead and get us down to... where'd they go? 130... There we go. That takes us down to 132 plus 12, and the other 12 we'll give to Dula, is what I'm thinking. We'll go back and forth with Dula. Let's actually pull you over. And let's go ahead and push one of you over, sure. Because again, we need more infantry. We need more infantry. Still over my limit, yeah, very well aware of that. Must leave now, thank you very much. What do we have here? We are 51 infantry, 58 range. That's actually not terrible, I'll be honest. That's not terrible. Not really the perfect balance. That's my bias towards ranged units speaking. Dula, let me see your troops here. I wouldn't mind a bigger cavalry contingent as well. Let's see, what else have we got over here? Don't need more archers. Valandian Gallant, don't mind if I do. Get the Imperial Legionary. The problem is that, like, we can train the lower tier troops, but at the same time, they'll allow high tier troops to disband. It's such a balancing act. We can go ahead and get rid of some of the militia archers over here. Right, let's go ahead and get rid of 2 more. 132, so 11 more troops we can get rid of. And I think it being all archers is not a terrible idea. 11 more troops. Sure. There we go. That means... Well, sorry, not 11 more troops, but 3 more will fill us out here. So 11 minus 3 is 8. 8 more troops. 8 more troops. Mamluk Axemen I'd like to keep. I'd like to train them up. Imperial Infantrymen. Sure, we did just get rid of some archers, so we can afford to get rid of some infantry as well, I suppose. Sure. Send you over. We'll recruit more troops on our way up as well, obviously. We're at 135 now, so 3 more. Get rid of some Imperial archers, or sorry, Aserai archers, I suppose. And again, this also helps us... those are tier 4 units, though. Lower tier archers, do we have any? Imperial trained archers, sure. I was just hoping to also organize, like, reduce the number of individual unit types we have over here, but it's okay. It's okay. That's a lesser problem, I would say. I would say, at least. We can get these Aserai archers up over here as well, and we can get them ranking up swiftly, hopefully. There we go. Actually, I like Aserai being higher when I notice it. Alcuria, let's make sure you're part of our horse archers, please and thank you. Cool. So now we're not over our limits or anything. We're done. We can go our separate ways, and we can head up to Seniopa, where hopefully we'll pick up a smith. And it'll be some time. Well, actually, we can smith en route, so that's actually fine. We have to be very careful up over here, though. The Southern Empire has a holding. The Khuzait are nearby, so we'll have to go up to Seniopa and pull down from south of these mountains, maybe pick up some goods that we can sell up over here, and see what we can do. In fact, what can we sell up over here? Fish, grain, iron is their primary stuff. I would assume they have like furs and stuff as well in the area, but it never seems to be the case, does it? Let's try. And you know what? Normally I look at a reference for myself to get an understanding of what the ideal purchase and sales are in game, but what I didn't want to do that for this session because I feel like it would force me to represent Partia getting back into that mindset, into that trader's mindset. So hope y'all don't mind that. But it's I think it'll be a fun way to represent that he's spent so much time away from his humble origins, right? And is that for the better, for the worse? I mean, you know, fate and time will decide. Valandia and the Khuzait are at war now as well. Oof. The grass and snow of the north will turn red, much like the sands to the south. It'll all turn red. Right, north we go. Let's go ahead and try and get some work done. And again, I need to establish new businesses. There is... Oh, great, wonderful. There's a lot of work to be done, folks, before we can declare independence. I feel like I gave the sense that I'm going to be declaring independence, like, immediately this session or something. No. This is as exciting and thrilling as our separation is going to be. I think what's also interesting, and what always interests me, is the politicking behind it. And so that's what we have to do first, the politicking. We have to go around making friends, you know, solidifying our holding, improving our garrison, all that stuff still applies. We just need to make sure... Ooh, nice. 5 mercenary swordsmen. Yeah, don't mind if I do. In fact, let's visit the tavern properly. I'd like to share some food with my men as well. Oh, excellent, and the smith is here still. Blacktooth. What's a blacktooth? What is a blacktooth? Ooh. Got decent scouting abilities, which I wouldn't mind having, but no, we need to get our smith. But yeah, so it's all that politicking that I'm really quite excited for, because now, you know, we're not just a smaller part of a bigger entity where we'll always have backup. There's an actual threat of being destroyed here. Oh, can I really not fit 5 more people? I guess not. Wow, that's hilarious. No big deal. Leothold the Smith. It's been a while since we've hired a new companion. The time has finally come. Actually, let me check something real quick here. Well, too late. Let's talk to him first. My name is Portia, sir. Tell me about yourself. Well, okay. Why not? I was a smith. As you can see, I'm a big fellow. Strong. I was good at my job. Had a nice shop on the high street through my town. Saved a bit of money and thought about finding a girl to wed. There was a woman who lived out on the street. A refugee from the wars. Oh my god, which one? Had a small child, a baby really. It was all she had. She'd make small cakes of wheat over a fire. Then one day, a young man from the palace came down the street in his horse. Wasn't looking where he was going, didn't care, and his horse crushed that baby's head. Dude, what the... I saw her nurse that babe through 2 fevers. The patience, the sacrifice of that mother. To see all for which she suffered snatched away like that from her, by some young drunk's carelessness. There was a crowd around them. He was yelling. I just walked over with my hammer and struck him dead. And that was the end of my life in the city. I think back, though, and can't imagine doing different. Oh my god. I was not ready for this story when I started this session. What? It's such a nice parallel to what's happening in Partia's world right now. Abuse of power, right? You've got in our case, the Sultan, who is crushing the heads of our babies, so to speak. It's obviously not as literal as what has happened to this poor, unfortunate mother, but there are so many parallels. And then to be a recent father, right? Oh my god. The right or wrong, I cannot blame you for your anger. I like this guy already. This is great. So here I am. I know men like me can make money guarding merchants, doing other tasks such as that, as long as no one wants me to hurt the innocent. Someday, I hope to find a new place to set up a smithy and start again. Oh my god, this guy. Oh yes, we line up perfectly. This is great, actually. Right now I'm between jobs, so if you've got any work for me, I'm willing to discuss it. Yes, I can absolutely use someone like you in my company. There's some townspeople who've looked after me here, made sure I was fed and that. I'd like to give them something before I go. Could I ask for 3136 as an advance? Absolutely. Yes, dude, for sure. I was going to check his stats before I hired him, but then I heard his story. And you know what? I don't care if he's the best smith around or the not so good smith around. Take the money. Come with me. Absolutely. Now, let's actually look at his stats. Leothold. More like Leo told me a story. Okay, where is his smithing? Yes, he's not the greatest smith around. He's actually not a bad fighter, though. That's excellent. Equip him properly. Get him on horseback. Have him smithing as well. That's not bad. Wonderful. Wonderful. And we'll be using... What's happening here? He's got some friends, too, it seems. We'll be using his smithing to help us make a lot of money. Tavern maid, I'll have those wines and olives. I'll have that served to my men as well, please. Money is no matter. Yeah, let's make our way out. So yeah, that's actually quite good. That's actually quite good. Now, you know what? Just for posterity, I would very much like to see. So he's a 60 in smithing. He's a 60 in smithing. Bothero is a 60 in smithing as well. Better at fighting with a polearm. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'm happy with our choice there for sure. And if we take a look at our party really quickly, we are now 126 plus 7 is 133. So we are 1 over, not that the game will tell me. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. We should let someone go free. We have, who's the lowest tier of anything? Nothing, really. Or we dive into a battle and potentially take a loss here. Leothold, we should get you equipped properly and get you with our cavalry. Now, as far as equipment is concerned, yeah, we're over our limit. There's the game telling me. Okay, hold on. Who do we get rid of here? Imperial Trained Archer? I suppose we could do that. Seems wasteful, obviously. But we're not close to any of our holdings. Our parties have scattered. This is not something I'd anticipated, if I'm completely honest. Ooh, let's double you up. Fine. Before we lose one of our higher tier troops, let's go ahead and get rid of our tier 3 Imperial Trained Archers. We'll be fine. He'll find his way home. I'm sure he'll be okay. We're still far away from conflict, so he'll find his way home just fine. We're done here. Now, as far as equipment is concerned, what I was going to say is that I will be doing a massive trade at some point, but it will be edited out. And it might, I don't think it'll be today's session because I want to make some progress on the storyline, but probably next session I'll do a massive, not just trade, but also smithing session, so that we can, you know, make a ton of money, and that money will come in handy with our separation from the Aserai and convincing others to join our cause. Now, it's actually, while we're here, Alcuria, it's been pointed out that these things actually do work. The lock just means that art hasn't been done for them yet. In my opinion, that is not a good UX call. Increase your damage against shields, or two-handed weapons have better handling. Okay. Increase your two-handed and mace damage. Increase your swing speed with two-handed swords. Okay. Well, I'd rather you not be in melee to begin with. Your bow skill is what needs more work, honestly. I'd like to keep her, you know, at a distance and safe, but fine. Let's go ahead and give her at least strong grip, better handling. I don't know if that's really worth it. Let's give her wood chopper, and I'll make a decision on the second step afterwards. Throwing the scholar, Dula the leopardess, Fridna the wronged, Leothold the smith. All right, so he is what? Two-handed weapons in general, or two-handed weapons specifically? Knockdown chance, mounts with two-handed weapons, axe and mace. All right, so I should give him a two-handed axe would be ideal. That's what I was looking for here. And maybe some throwing weapons on top of that. Cool. Two-handed axe, throwing weapons, and a decent horse. Got it. Does he actually have things I can level up? Doesn't seem to be the case. All right, done here. Sorry, I just had to check that. So let's go ahead and equip him. Two-handed axe. Two-handed axe. I wish there was further filtering over here. I thought I saw a nice axe, actually, that would fit the bill for him. Where'd you go, buddy? Where'd you go? Well, we've got the one-handed bearded axe. Now we want two-handed. Ah, this looked dope. It's one-handed, though. Imperial axe is one-handed. We could give him a mace as well, obviously. But again, two-handed. Oh, southern broad two-handed axe. Let's start with that as our kind of baseline. That might be the best we've got. I mean, we can always sort by value, right? Other way around. Oh my god, I should use this sword. Hang on a second. A little bit of an upgrade is called for, I think. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm looking over here. This is also a dope sword. Okay, no. Let's not get distracted over here. I don't want to spend all day today just looking at equipment. We'll do that, like I said, next session or something like that. Two-handed axes. Oh, okay. No. We also want to look at a thrown weapon for him, right? I guess the southern broad two-handed axe is going to be the best pick for him until we buy him something new. Obviously, that's an option as well, which we'll do when we've done our smithing work, obviously. All right, so we're good here. Yeah, we're good here. Let's get you a shield as well, right? A proper Knight's Kite shield, I think, is not a bad idea. Got 4 of those. Yep, let's go for it. We can give him a sword to go with it. Or actually, no, we want to give him a javelin, right? Simple javelins. Or do we want to give him throwing axes? We can give him both. Because if he's good at throwing, might as well take advantage of that, right? So in melee, he's got his axe, and then he's got his javelins and throwing axes to assist. Let's give him this instead. It's a bit more powerful, it seems. Cool. That makes sense to me. Right. So the shield, again, is for use when he's using his thrown weapons. Now, his horse. Let's give him a proper horse as well. He can actually ride, you know, good horses. Let's give him an Aserai horse, a gift, a proper welcoming gift. And what do we give him as a harness? Give him a desert cloth harness for now, perhaps, but we'll give him, or let's go with a step for a harness. We'll give him a better saddle, like right away, as soon as I can buy something, I would say. In fact, we can probably buy something over here. What else have we got? Armor. Again, by value. Imperial mail over leather. Sure thing. Get you properly equipped over here, man. Plumed helmet. Like the sound of that. Oh, all right, okay, okay. Go ahead and get you one of these as well. Properly equipped, right? Properly equipped. He's actually surprisingly more of a heavy hitter than I was expecting. I'll be completely blunt with y'all. All right, what else have we got here? Something for his hands. Reinforced padded mittens, I suppose. Sure. That's him fully equipped, ready to go. And yeah, just something better for his horse, I suppose, is necessary. Cool. Done here. Let's go ahead and speak to the... Man, I'm just thinking about all the stuff that... all the commemorative things that I wanted to make weapons for. Probably all swords, decorative swords. And then for trade, we'll make other stuff as well. Sorry. But yeah, definitely stuff I need to look out for. I've got name suggestions for those as well listed in my notes, but if you have more, keep them coming as well. So names for my son and names for our, blades and stuff that we'll be making. Yeah, let's go with half-scale barding here. Keep you alive for longer. Good stuff. Anything else? Like, do we actually want to take a look at a higher quality... Oh, geez. Yeah, okay, let's do this. Eldrick Mace, Cataphract Lance. Ooh, hello. No, let's go ahead and get you. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Cool. All right, we're done here. 52,000. I mean, that's nothing. And we have so much money just sitting here for us as well to make back, right? This is awesome. It's cool as well. We've gotten ourselves a fancier sword now. All right, we're done here. Not that my sword sees much action outside of siege battles. Figure let's go ahead and pick up some hides as well. You know what? Time to start taking notes again. All I'm going to note down, so previously we used to note down lots of details, but now all I'm going to note down is the value at purchase. Because we've gotten to the scale where, sorry, not the value at purchase, but the total spend. We've gotten to the scale where doing minute details is going to slow us down so much versus the value. So we're going to make trading a quicker thing. Cheese is also really cheap. Oh my god, okay, a lot of stuff is cheap over here. Or at least it seems cheap. Yeah, geez. Leather. Off to a good start. Off to a good start. And this will help our trade skill as well, which will allow us to buy fiefs. Let's not forget that. Hardwood is plentiful up north, but we can go back down south and sell it near home. Grain I wanted just for the purpose of feeding my troops. The original reason I came here was to pick up food for my troops. Don't mind if I do. Okay, come on. Nice round number. What else do we pick up over here? Silver ore, though I'm not sure. Actually, I'm not sure if that's plentiful up north. So let's go ahead and pick some up. And let's pick up... Oh, we already got them. Oh, come on. Cheap. There we go, silver ore. Alright, cool. So, I think that's enough for now. We've got hides. 2,873. Cheese. I might actually keep the cheese. Nah, I think we'll sell it. Got 1,177 for the cheese. It's 22 of them. Hides, how many do we get? We got 38 hides. Just so I don't sell the wrong amount. My apologies. Hogs, we got 8 of them for 665. Hopefully they'll sell for a decent price. We got leather as well. We got 5 leather pieces for 1383. Grain, we're not selling silver. We're definitely going to sell silver. No need to carry that around. Bought 13 of those for 1,709. It's weird as well coming back after all the patching, because, obviously values change with each build and stuff like that, and each minor update. All right, sheep noted down as well. Cool. Paying a hefty sum, but hopefully we'll make some of that money back. Done over here. Proper equipment for my folks as well. And, yeah, we'll make our way over to Epicrotia first. And again, pick up some goods en route as well. Here and there, wherever possible. Or do we just kind of cut up? We want to kind of avoid this area just in case, right? That's a long way around. Time is of the essence. That's a long way around. Sturgian Khuzait made peace. That's not so ideal. That means the Khuzait will be able to focus on us a bit more. It also means there might be a Khuzait army somewhere over here. Might be over here, but it might be over here. So we will have to pay attention to that and be very careful. Now, if it's a full-on army, we'll be able to get away from it much more easily, which is good. But just want to be wary not to get caught out of position, obviously. Let's see if we can't get up to where to sell our goods. I mean, I guess all the way to Epicrotia makes sense, sure. Make our way over. So let's go. Yeah, I think we're fine. Well, the Aserai lords are escaping captivity. Okay, this war, we better not... I mean, it's hard. It's difficult with this war against the Khazate. It's like, I want the Aserai to do well because I don't want our people to suffer, but at the same time, when the Aserai do well, it just increases the challenge that we're going to have to deal with down the line. It's a catch-22. It's a catch-22. And over to Epicrotia we go. Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and continue our quest. It's also strange coming back to the main quest. Many of you have pointed out that the timing is a little different. We don't have 365 days in the year, so we're actually very close to running out of time on this quest, so it's definitely a good idea for that reason as well. Now, first of all, let's just trade really quickly, see if we can't empty our wares that we picked up and just help our trade skill a little bit. So, leather, we picked up 5 for 1383. Yeah, that's a loss. We're not going to do that. What have we got here? Silver. Oh, what is with this? Flag. Weird. Silver. We've got... Let's see. Yeah, we're making a little bit of money there. Okay. Hides. Hopefully, we'll go for more than 2873. Making a loss there, actually. So get that back. This is not the best situation for us to be in. That's fine, it's fine. Cheese, honestly, I think I'd rather just keep it. Alright, offload some of the silver for a marginal gain. Everything else is a loss. Well, we've got our hogs as well. Get rid of 8 of them. And make 502. That's a loss as well. You know what? This is just not good enough gains. This is not worth it. Leave it be. No trade over here. We'll find another opportunity. We'll pick up stuff as well. We'll pick up some furs and whatnot. But again, trade only really helps if you do it within the same session. For your skill, I mean. Right, so who do we need to speak to here? Oh, it's so wild coming back to the main quest. It says to return to either or, but you need to return to both. So Istiana, I believe, is over here. There she is. Let's go ahead and speak to her. Let's do it properly. Let's do it properly. It's been a while since we've spent some time absorbing the world that we're in. Alcuria, you don't need to follow me. Thank you. Oh, jeez. This might have been a bad call. Where is she? Istiana's house. There we go. Okay, no, this wasn't a bad call. Close enough to her right from the beginning. Man, I must be freezing. If you look at the outfit I'm wearing. Also, I don't remember Epicrotia being covered in snow the last time we walked around here. This is pretty cool. Oh, it's just so nice to walk around a little bit. There we go, Istiana's house. Have they updated the visuals for the city? I think so. Alright, so we speak to her first, do whatever needs doing here, and again, then we head over to Maranath. I don't know if we'll be able to do both today, but that would be pretty impressive. And then we'd have to make a call. But I'm not ready to make a call yet, obviously. That has to wait. Istiana, let us speak. Once again. Partia, it's been a while. Indeed it has. I heard you took Cestadim Castle. I did. I've gathered all pieces of the Dragon Banner. What now? Impressive. Most impressive. Well, things will get interesting now. A lot going on up over here. I will need to embroider a proper legend about you. Divine omens at your birth, that kind of thing. For now, we can call you Bannerlord, who brings down the wrath of heaven on the impudent barbarians. Impudent. Okay, hold on. Oh, I don't like this heavenly connection. Now, there are 2 paths that lie ahead of you, my child. You can create your own faction to win our civil war, or support an existing one. How can I create my own faction? To create your own faction, you must fulfill some conditions. Your clan must be independent. It must be well-renowned. You must gather a considerable number of men. And you must own an imperial settlement. Find me when you're ready. Okay, and how can I support an existing faction, should I choose to do that? You should join the faction that you wish to support by finding its leader. When the Civil War began, I was a bit torn. Regea was the cleverest ruler, Garrios probably the best fighter, and Lucan seemed to have the best grasp of our laws and traditions. But you can make up your own mind. My little birds will tell me once you pledge your support. Okay, well, thank you for your precious help. So, let's go ahead and take a look. I can still speak to Arzagos, yep. You talk with this, yeah, now you may want to talk with Arzagos and take his opinion too. He's currently in Marana. Okay, cool. So yeah, we need to be... Oh, we have to be tier 4. We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay. That's good to know. Let's head on over to Maranath now. Let's make our leave, and then let's try and find a spot where we can offload some of our wares, and maybe let's pick some up as well over here at Epicrotia. Again, Partia taking the opportunity to familiarize himself with the the world of trade again, right? So let's see, what have we got over here? Lots of fish. Not a bad idea to have some for our own men. Food variety is pretty low, and I wouldn't mind having my stewardship continue to rise, right? That is something I've kind of left by the wayside for a while here. Go ahead and pick up all the food variety we can get. Get some meat as well. Olives too, sure. Basically everything but beer. It's an interesting number of food. Sure, +5 food variety, and lots of it too, so that's great. 11,602. Oh, we don't have that much room to pick stuff up. Alright, let's make this worthwhile then. Hides. Can sell at Maranath for a decent sum. So sure. Let's add some more hides over here. Now the question becomes, how exactly do I want to list this? More hides for my own personal note keeping, so I know that I'm not, selling at a loss, because it's so easy to do that when I'm also like recording and not staying focused on just what these numbers were. So that's another 25 hides for 2633. Silver ore over here is very cheap as well. Not super cheap though, not cheap enough, I don't think. Fur isn't as cheap here as I'd expect it to be either. Iron ore is dirt cheap here. Iron ore we can always make money off of close to home. Iron and hardwood, right? So let's go ahead and pick up all of it. Sure. So iron ore we're getting 53. 6,290. That is a hefty sum. I really hope I can offload that stuff. Everything else we'll leave for later. Everything else we'll leave for later. Let's go ahead and pick up some mules as well, though, if we can. Ooh, can we not? Sumpter horses, they'll do the same trick. There we go. Just because I want to make sure we're not slowed down as much by everything we're carrying. And boy, oh boy, are we carrying a lot. Alright, we're done here. And let's make our way. Or I suppose I could check the tavern here. Some mercenary guard. Can't hire them. Hang on a second. Grizzled. Okay, let's make our way over to Maranath. Now, how do I head to Maranath? Do I go up north and around? We could hit up Sionen. Right, see if we can't sell anything up there before we make our way south. We could also head up to Almor. But I would like to not spend too much time over here. The war between the Khazate and the Sturgians just ending suggests that there are armed forces in the area, so let's be careful. Let's be careful. So yes, over to Sionen, and then down to Maranath. Okay, that's a lot faster than I anticipated. I thought they would have more stuff for me to do. Must be misremembering the latter stuff with the earlier questing. But getting up to tier 4 isn't that bad. It's something we're going to have to do anyway, and hopefully we'll be able to engage in some decent battles to level up new troops as well, because again, we want to bolster our garrison too, do not forget. Very important that we do that. We might want to spend some time chasing after sea raiders and things like that. And there you go. See, all I needed was food variety, and stewardship is starting to go up again. So important. So important that we keep that in mind. What's going on with this war? I want to stay up to date with this as well. We're still at war with the Southern Empire. That's funny. No movement, it looks like, of borders with the Khazate either. Alright, cool. up to Sionin, and hopefully we'll make some money up over here before we head down to Maranath. Over to trade. Let's see what the markets have to offer here in terms of profits, not... Ooh, 48 mules. I might pick some up. Like, if you look at our speed right now, cargo within capacity is negative 0.07. What happens if I buy all the mules? Negative 0.05. So, not worth it. that's I would say not worth it. So, let's reset that. And, alright, what are we selling here? What are we selling here? The iron, I don't think will go for much. That is a huge loss. Yeah, we want to save the iron for down south. What about some of the sheep, for example? Sheep, that is a loss as well. Definitely feel out of my element, which is, you know, probably for the better. Silver? 3,062. That's an earning, unless I made a mistake here. That is 17. We only bought 13, but you do the math, it's still a huge profit. I don't know why the reset button takes so long now. But yeah, we only bought 13, so if we do the math appropriately, we still make a decent... Oh yeah, a decent profit. But let's go ahead and sell it all. We don't need to carry silver around with us. So that's good. Hides. We bought for 2,633. Only bought 25, though. Only bought 25. 2,000. Okay, so that's not good for us. Want to make sure I get that right. There we go. Silver hides, leather. Where you at, leather? This should be a moneymaker. No, it's not. Interesting. Okay, let's undo that then. So it's just the silver I think we're offloading over here. Hogs, we might make a little bit of money off of. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take the money off the hogs. So, wow, alright, we still have quite a bit to get rid of. How about the sheep? Can we make money off sheep over here? No, sheep is a loss. Alright, cool. 12 sheep, eh? Let's go ahead and undo that. Alright, cool. So we're getting rid of the hogs. Not our greatest profits, but it's okay. And we're getting rid of the silver as well. I need to start dealing with just bigger bulk numbers. And just selling when I can and making money when I can. Like, not really a big deal when we've got this kind of money, right? We need to do much bigger numbers. Well, let's go ahead and leave. Head down towards Maranath. Maybe we can offload some other stuff over there. I mean, again, once we get down to home, which is the next goal, we'll be able to get rid of the iron ore. We should actually be buying hardwood as well, honestly. That'll sell for so much. Hardwood sells for so much. Let's head on down to here. And I am curious, I mean, I guess we can roam around with a smaller party of just recruits that we want to train up. And some archers maybe to help them. Let's trade first, and then we'll speak to whatever his name is. I forget his name. Come on, give me some good numbers here. Hides. These, let's try it. Okay, let's try 38 first. Another 10, so down to 25. Okay, so that's a profit. That's good. Get rid of it all. 4,000. Okay, so that's not a profit. So okay, fine. Go ahead and just sell this much to get a profit off of it. Not the greatest, but it's not bad either. So I can go ahead and cross that off my list of to-dos. And then the leather. Can we sell the leather down over here? Oh, it's possibly. No, that is... Oh yeah, actually, holy crap, that's great for us. Wow, alright, cool, wonderful. The sheep, 12 sheep, that's not looking profitable at all. So we're going to leave them with us. And the iron, that is obviously not profitable. In fact, I should maybe buy more over here. Yeah, I should maybe buy more over here. God, I can't believe I'm doing that. Plus more iron. Better sell well down south. Buying 81. 9,309. It's so funny to think back on when these numbers were too high for us to even think about. Cheese. If I sell 22 cheese... Well, I can't. Let's just not trading cheese. We'll keep we'll keep the cheese for our men. All right, cool. Again, I'm paying a hefty fee because I'm buying all that iron. And again, I can buy hardwood over here as well. We can sell it down south. Sure, let's pick it all up. Capacity exceeded. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. No surprise, right? By how much? By a little bit. I should have bought those mules from Ethiopia or whatever it was when we were there. All right. So the hardwood, we're buying 145. Jeez. Gonna take some time to offload for 5,979. Cool. Cool. Again, I also want the main reason for all this is not just money, but also to raise my trade skill as I trade some of this stuff out. I also should establish more caravans and things like that too. But we're done here. I mean, that's probably not a terrible idea to do like right away. Oh, hey, hello. Take a look actually at our trade skill. It definitely needs more. Oh, it doesn't need more focus. It just needs more, you know, work done. Operate caravans, make profit from trading. Yeah, I should really get on that. I should really get on that. Now, stewardship over here. Oh, right, I see. Yeah, swords as tribute still makes most sense to me. Okay. No decisions that I want to make just yet. All right, let's go ahead and speak to Arzagos over here. But once again, take a walk around the town center just to further, what's the word I'm looking for? Immerse ourselves into the world. Stop following me, Valkyria. And where are we headed? We're headed to Arzagos. Arzagos, where are you at? There he is, 122. Okay, not too far away. Another beautiful city. Another beautiful city in the snow. Always makes me think of, oh geez, what was the name of that place? It used to be Batanian. A good spot for play, I believe it was, where we first decided we should head down south and purchase a workshop. Oh, I forget now. But lands like this always reminds me of that beautiful spot, whose name I forget. Age is catching up to Partia, it seems. All right, up to Arzagos. So, yeah, my hope is we take a look over here. We have to get up to tier 4, which won't take us very long to do at this point, which is good. But how do we go about doing that? I say we go down south, we fill up our garrison with the troops we're carrying with us right now. We recruit some low-tier troops, and then we go and train them against bandits and maybe like, you know, desert bandits and things like that. Upgrade them, keep filling up our garrisons and things like that. So we're sort of, you know, taking care of multiple things at the same time. It would help with, oh geez, sorry. Just knock that guy over, basically. So yeah, well, we're dealing with multiple things at the same time, so not only getting our renown and clan tier up, but also ensuring that our holdings are properly defended should the worst come to pass, right? There we go. Don't mind if I do. And where are you at? There you are. My man, let's speak. It's been a while, indeed it has. I hear you took Sestadim Castle. Not my greatest accomplishment, but sure, yes. I also took Hassan Falk back, you know. I've gathered all the pieces of the Dragon Banner. What now? Create a non-imperial kingdom. Ah. That's the difference. Excellent work. When you unfurl this banner and men see it, what they thought was lost, it will make a powerful impression. Clearly, you have been chosen by heaven for a great purpose. I see the makings of a new legend here. Allow me to call you Bannerlord. Right then, to the business of bringing down this cursed empire. As I see it, you have two options. You can create your own kingdom, or support an existing one. Now let me see if it gives me some different angles here. To create your own kingdoms, you must fulfill some conditions. Independent, renown, men, settlement. That is not imperial. Find me when you're ready. Okay. And I imagine supporting an existing kingdom is joining them and talking to the leader, and your informants will tell you when I pledge my support. Thank you for your precious help. Well, that was interesting. Let's go ahead and step outside and consider our options. I think we already know which way we're going to go with some decent confidence. Let's think upon it. Create a non-imperial kingdom. Still have to be clan tier 4. We've got our troop count. We've got our settlement. He told Arzagos that you will create your own kingdom to defeat the Empire. He expects to talk to you once you succeed. I mean, that's obviously the way we want to go. We're not going to create an Imperial faction. We want to create an Aserai faction, right? That's where our head is. But Partia has to really think about this thoroughly. Not just that he will do it, but how he will do it. Again, we have to build those foundations. What happens to a building when it is built on weak foundations? Very simple answer to that question. Hey, what are the chances that Leothold would be over here? What are the chances? Now, let's go ahead and leave. Head down south with our goods. Try and sell everything off. Hopefully make a profit. Hopefully increase our trade skill as well. And, you know, visit the wife and kid. That would be nice as well, right? Let's make our way over. Cannot believe we lost Varen Castle and stuff. If the Valandians declare war on the Aserai, we're in a bit of a spot. We don't really care about the Battanians doing the same. If the Valandians do it, well, we have to hold the line. So down first to Thraktere Castle in the hopes of bolstering its defenses and checking up on it. If I'm completely honest, we've abandoned our holdings for so long. We really should check in on this stuff. Ooh, what's this? The lake rats of the Aserai has been taken prisoner by someone of the Valandians. What happened there? We're not at war or anything. An interesting occurrence. Now, one thing I wonder actually, there's the hideout of forest bandits over there. I wonder if I should take that on. It'll be a challenge, but it would be quite helpful for all of our holdings if we manage to do that. As we head down to Thraktere Castle, I also want to take a look at the war. Any progress? None. Nothing. No movement whatsoever in either of the wars. Oh, looks like Sestadim is either under... Oh yeah, it is under siege. By whom? We'll find out, but at least something's moving, I suppose. Over to Thraktere Castle. The other thing is that a lot of these lands aren't really, you know, Aserai people in the traditional sense. So that's something to think about as well. Go ahead and see what's going on over here. Everything mostly is upgraded. We can upgrade the fairgrounds, I suppose. Help with settlement morale. Militia is dropping. Why is that? Prosperity is too low, I suppose. We'll work on housing. Housing will improve prosperity. If prosperity goes up, then militia will go up as well, hopefully. Okay, so we'll do that. Food is... They're fine for food. So yeah, let's help prosperity through housing. 0.8 increase. Sure. I can go ahead and put more money in here as well. Help finish the fairgrounds sooner. Just helps with morale, really. Which, sure. But in how much? Adds plus 20 construction and costs 250 a day. How do I... They've changed the verbiage on this. Wow, I haven't managed my holdings in so long. Don't put 1,000 down here. There we go, 18 days. Alright, cool. Nice and easy. Put another 2,000 down. Like, why let it take long when we can invest in our city and just have it done faster? Sure. No need to further invest then. Alright, we're done here? We're done here. Make our way... Oh, actually, sorry, no. I want to take a look at the garrison here. It's a mishmash, isn't it? How are these Aserai recruits still just recruits? Isn't having a garrison... Don't they level up? I could have sworn that being a garrison... Yeah. Plus 3 XP bonus to garrison troops. Increases the daily experience gain of all garrisoned troops. A garrison of 65. How are so many parts of them still so low tier? Now, okay, fine. They are. That's just what it is, so fair enough. Let's go ahead and leave behind the Khazate Spear Infantry, I suppose. As much as I'd love these, some of these in my army. So, okay. Khazate Spear Infantry. Because we want to go around on some of those training runs as well, right? Drop some of the Imperial Elite as well. And the Imperial Legionary as well, yeah. I should probably drop some of my archers as well. The Imperial Palatine Guard, perhaps. I like my archers, though. Let's get the veteran archers back over here. Right? And let's go ahead and take with us first of all, the Mamluk soldier, so I can level them up. Just the one, jeez. Just the one. Aserai tribesman. Okay. Imperial infantryman, sure. What else do we have here that's low tier? A lot of recruits. Like, I'm shocked that the recruits are still recruits, but fair enough. We have Spot, 21. We cannot take them all. We can take on just 20, I think. 112 plus 20, yeah. So fine. 20, where are we? Where are the Aserai recruits? So leave one behind. Everybody else joins us, so we'll try and, you know, train them up, I guess. I could leave some more soldiers behind, actually. Don't know if that's necessary. Leave some more cavalry behind. No, I'd like to train some of our cavalry up as well. I don't want to leave too many people back over here either. I want to leave more at Charas as well. Alright, I think we're fine over here. Done. Feels so strange. I almost feel like I should have taken notes as to what I left left behind over there. Over to Charas. So close to home. Duty calls first. Stewardship has gone up again. Yeah, see, that's all it takes. And the thing is, with stewardship going up, we can have a bigger party. 133 now, see, from 132. Small, but crucial. Aldahan has escaped from captivity. Good for you, buddy. Stay alive out there. Stay alive out there. Over to Charas. Seems we are hosting a Valandian party here. They are our neighbors. Let's see if we can't speak to... where might they be? The keep summoned. Let us speak. Let us speak and be friends. If we are to be neighbors, we might soon share a common enemy. I did take Sestadim Castle. Something I'd like to discuss. I have a proposal. You're listening, eh? I'd like to give you a gift. All it is. An innocent, no strings attached gift. He's got 5,000. Okay, so I don't want to give him that much of a gift. Okay, let's be reasonable here. I wish I could type in a number. I don't want to double his wealth. Or, you know, triple it, but... it feels like that's what we're going to end up doing here. Alright, fine. Let's give him 4,000. Just under... it's a massive gift. But since I can't type my own numbers in here, I'm kind of stuck in doing that. What do you even own? Why are you so... unwealthy? Our relations aren't that good. Am I really going to try and improve them? All this guy does is get taken prisoner. He's daring and he's generous. Well, let's see if we can't turn. I cannot believe we're trying to make friends with the Valandians, but like I said, they're our neighbors. Perhaps they will join us. There are other ways than death to solve certain issues, right? Doesn't help me in any way. Doesn't help my charm or anything. Okay, all right then. Well, okay, fine. All right then to you. Farewell. Yeah, geez. I was, I did my part. Wasted my money there. Lesson learned. Let's go ahead and check out the garrison here as well. Yeah, see, this is also less trash, I would say, but pretty trash still. Pretty trash still. Here we can drop off some of our troops as well. So, Imperial Sergeant Crossbowman, yep. Get some more range units in there. The Aserai Veteran Infantry. Get the Aserai... the Mercenary Swordsman in here as well. Go ahead and drop off... I don't want to leave cavalry as a garrison. That just doesn't make any sense, obviously. Keep the cavalry with us, even if it's temporary. Just doesn't make sense. Valanian Sharpshooters, we can leave them behind as well. The archers make such a difference, though. I wish I could see a breakdown over here. But sure, the Valanian Sharpshooters can drop down here as well. Gives me the opportunity to, again, thin down the variety, the troop variety we have here. Get a couple of Imperial Archers to train up. Let's get some Aserai Footmen to train up as well. Good stuff, Imperial Trained Archers. Yep, don't mind if I do. Valandian Crossbowmen, indeed. Beautiful. Any more low-tier troops to train over here? Some Imperial recruits. Valandian recruits. More cavalry waiting to happen, I suppose. Right, Imperial recruit, where you go? There you are. Get you in there as well. Let's get our Aserai recruit in here as well. Up top, there we go. Alright, cool. I guess that's, you know, something. Again, we didn't really bolster the garrison over here. We just swapped like for like, it feels like. We could drop off... Oh, it hurts to, but we should. Master Archers and the Palatine Guard. 68. A little bit more bolstered. We could also drop off... I don't want to drop off the Palace Guard. I want to see them in action a little bit. Not going to drop off any cavalry. Alright, let's go ahead and actually start training some of these troops so we can bolster the garrisons. I need to remind myself constantly, it's a multi-step process. We ride around, we empty the garrisons, well, we replace the garrison troops, we raise their equipment, their skills, we drop them back off, and then we have bigger garrisons. Alright, let's get to work over here. Iron, I have 134. Please tell me I'm going to make my money off of this. I am not going to make my money off of this over here. This is not good. I have oversaturated my my goods. Wood, 145. Not going to make my money back over here either. I think I have to head further south. As, you know, I kind of very well knew I'd have to do that. Unfortunately, I've taken on more than I can trade in one go. The sheep, they're making me a little bit of money, sure. Trying to help my trade skill if possible. And it seems we must ride past home to Kuyaz. This is not exactly what I would like to do, but it's what I must do given our circumstances, unfortunately. Ride past home and try and trade some of that stuff before all that financial exchange goes to waste. Because it will. I mean, we could try to trade at Ortizia as well first. See if that works for us. And then we'll continue down south. And I should also take a look at my prisoners and see how many I can... how many, if any, I can... Sorry, all these updates coming in. I completely lost my train of thought. What I just realized as well, actually, is while at Charis, I should have picked up my carpenter? Was it carpenter? My engineer. Nonetheless, trade. I gotta make this money. I gotta make this money. So sheep we've gotten rid of, right? Go ahead and take a look at what else we have here. The hides, they will not go for much over here. Iron, hardwood, not much is selling for much. Not much is selling for much. It's funny also coming back after the break. Oh, there we go. That's. We spent 15k, so it's still not good enough, but we can sell a partial sum here. If we sell 53, let's check that first. 53. We make our money back. Okay. If we sell 81, we sell 81. This is the two separate purchases. Come on now. We do not make our money back. Okay, so let's stick to selling 53 over here. Make our money back and then make a little bit of a profit. The tiniest bit of profit is the problem. But I would like to offload this. There we go. And now we continue down south over to Biyaz, where we'll try and trade everything else off. And hopefully that works out for us. It probably won't. I think I was over-eager in my first go returning to trade. More armies being formed for this war against the Khazate. Let's go, hurry on over. Continue to improve our stewardship, which is great. And I do need to remember to pick up our companion. Because having him with us would be much more helpful than... I mean, we're not going to be doing any sieges anytime soon, actually, so I guess it could go either way. The iron ore over here. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Probably could have sold it all down here, actually. But that is a good profit. Excellent. I don't mind that. My worry was if I oversell down over here, then we wouldn't make as good of a profit. That's just how it works, right? The hardwood we should be able to sell over here as well for a decent sum. Yeah, mostly. Pretty good. I'll take it. I'll take it. Still a decent profit. And the hides. That's the question. Can we sell these hides for a good amount? Holy, yes we can. Should have saved those hides for down south. I don't know why I was getting so impatient earlier. Well, I know why. Because it's natural to me to be impatient. So I apologize. Let's go ahead and pick up some dates. Keep that food variety up. And let's see, I make this trade. Done. Hopefully that'll help our trade skill as well. Beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. See, we need to make some serious profits to help that trade skill go up. The reason, again, just to highlight, trade skill matters so much is because we want to get it up to here. It's a long way to go. We really need to invest the time in that. I think we've spent enough time kind of dancing around the actual goal. Like I said, I want to return home with a plan, and I think I've got one. Right, I think I've got a plan. So it might be time to return home. Get our Imperial recruits, get you Imperial archers, just go ahead and empty our prisoner count as well. Oh, right, sorry. Just to speed us up a little bit as well. No reason not to. You guys too. I don't think we're near our limit, are we? 128. Okay, we actually are. But we were able to get all these guys in. Good stuff. 130, we have 3 spots available. Prisoners have basically been emptied out, which is good as well. Again, can distribute among the garrison some of our higher tier troops and then go around with our lower tier troops training. It's such a weird position to be in, because I want to use my higher tier troops because that's like guaranteed success without losses, but I want to use my low tier troops because I gotta improve their actual standing. I gotta make sure I've got high tier troops available everywhere, not just in my army, right? It's a weird position to be in, but a good position to be in. The fact that we can choose to leave troops behind. We just have to be very wary that if war breaks out with the Valandians, we need to make sure that we respond swiftly, because otherwise our garrison, you know, they've been bolstered a bit in terms of quality, but quantity is still very low, and that's going to be a problem. So just got to keep that in mind. Just got to keep that in mind. Now, let's head on over to Garantor Castle. Valdim seems to have done quite well, improving his tactics, improving relations, and wow, we're tier 4. Thanks to Valdim's actions, we are tier 4. That means not only can I get another... Wow, look at the next tier, is ridiculously high. Not only can I get another companion, which I should do, unfortunately no trade companions are available to me, which is really a bit of a bummer, because I'd love to get a trade companion doing caravan work. Alternatively, I could get, well, let's see. I have one more slot for a party. Excellent timing, because we're just about to return to home, and Arwa can lead another party. Our son will be raised, you know, by uncles and aunts and things like that. Very traditional to have, you know, send him off as a ward of somebody else. So that'll, you know, that's what's happening in our head. Our party sizes have increased as well for everybody, so that's also very good. We're looking at 158 for me. Arwa, I believe, is along the same lines. I think even she can have an even larger party. So that's about 300. 460 is the army that we can field all together. Still not there yet, but getting closer. Getting closer. Just like we are getting closer to home. Over to Garantor Castle. Now, here's the thing. As we return, we're going to drop off more troops. What's the garrison here? Garrison's terrible. The militia is great, but they're tier 1, like, worse than tier 1 troops sometimes, it feels like. Lots of prisoners here as well that we can pick up to train. Jeez, I've got so many prisoners littered about. So we want to drop some troops off in the garrison. I think what we'll do is go to Garantor Castle, visit my wife, visit my son, rename our son, yeah. Drop off all of my tier 5 troops, including cavalry, pick up all the tier 1 troops, fill up our prisoners as well, then head down south and take care of desert bandits in the area, and maybe even take care of bandits in this area as well. And that's all to tier up. We fight small but effective battles rank up troops, fill up our garrisons. I mean, am I going to do it for 500 troops for each garrison we have to fill out? I don't know if I have that kind of patience, but I think that's the next step before we declare our independence. We also have to take a look at improving relations with some of these other nobles, right? Now, the state of affairs at the end of this session, which is what this is the end of the session here, folks, is no changes in the borders. All seems to be as it was in the beginning. The numbers are still not really in our favor. The Khuzait have had more successful sieges, so that means that movement has happened, just on a smaller scale, it seems. Oh my god, Shibal Zamur has fallen. Hassan Falk still stands, but Shibal Zamur has fallen. That is not ideal. Have we made any progress anywhere? Lycaon belongs to them. Seems as though Sessadim Castle is still under siege. Alright, well, hey, we've... Oh wait, no. Sessadim Castle got retaken, and now it's under siege again. Wow. Amazing. Well done. Well done. Well done, Sultan. Anyways, folks, this is where we call it a session. Next session, we return home, and we continue to work on these foundations. Again, in the comments, please leave me your suggestions for the name of our son, and suggestions for the names of our many commemorative weapons that we'll be making. For our first tournament we won, for Garantor Castle, the first holding that we earned, for our marriage, and of course, for our son. Those are the 4 that come to mind. So if you have suggestions, let me know what it's for, what the name is, and if there's a story to it, all the better, let me know. Looking forward to doing all that next time. Folks, if you enjoyed this session, please let me know down below. I know it was a little bit of a slower session, no battle, a little bit of futzing with trade, and making progress on our main storyline, which again we're running out of time on, so we have to move super quick. But if you enjoyed this session nonetheless, please let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below. If you didn't enjoy it, leave your feedback down below. Always helps me know what to do to make sure everyone's having a good time. As always, a massive thanks goes out to all of my channel members and patrons for supporting the channel on a monthly basis. You keep us alive and running smoothly. And a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, I bid you farewell.